The deciding game of the Western Conference first round. The Houston Rockets have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won, 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Golden State Warriors. Will there be an upset in round 1? It's all coming up next.
The Western Conference playoffs roll on. We're already down to the wire in the first round, an exciting Game 7. 2K Sports proud to bring you this one. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Now, Golden State's starting 5. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Moody in at the 3 slot. And for the Rockets, at the guard position, Van Fleet and Green. Brooks is out there with Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the center position. Taking a look at Houston. Well, we know, Greg, they haven't played their best basketball, and now they find themselves in a do-or-die Game 7. They thought they would have wrapped up this series much earlier. Well, that's not the case.
Kevin, they just lack consistency throughout the course of this series. I don't know if they came in overconfident, but this is the time to check those individual egos at the door. Come together as a group and play for one another.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
The first ever pick out of the G League Ignite, Jalen Green created his own pathway to the NBA, selected 2nd overall in 2021.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Pass to Moody. On the wing, Hield. Outside Butler. Puts up a 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Now, I asked him who has him worried out there on the floor, and his answer was Draymond Green. He told me he's a high-effort, high-IQ player who can be so effective. Right now, our plan is to stay physical with him and not let him dictate the terms out there. Of course, this means a hard-fought contest down low. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now Van Vliet after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Out to Brooks. On the wing, Green. Thompson sets the pick for Green. Over Hield. And it's Green missing. Golden State's gone 1 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Green slams it in.
With how much Draymond moves on the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
Pass to Şengün. Green with the ball. Şengün with a screen on Hield. That one goes. Count it.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're in business.
1:58 left to play here in the first. Here's Curry. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
How do you stop Curry? Well, in a short answer, you can't.
Rockets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside, Green. Green against Şengün. Brooks for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Green kicks to Curry. Thompson with the rebound. Rockets trail by 3. Van Vliet outside. Brooks outside. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Hield outside. seconds left to play in the first quarter. Curry against Van Vliet. Outside Curry. Shoots over Van Vliet. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Making use of the in-between area. Curry's ability to break defenses down opens up these shots.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Now here's Butler. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Landale grabs the miss.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Releases. And it's Houston with another.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Butler deciding where to go with it over Smith. And that one released in time, but no good. It's a tie game here in Houston. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're back courtside at Game 7 as this series comes to a head. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
Now here's Curry. The post pair form. It'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Curry. Fires the 3. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Outside Holiday. Tries it from the top of the key. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's Mozart. It's Beethoven. A well-set screen created that advantage. Nice teamwork there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Rockets making a switch here. Shepard's checked in.
For your Rockets, Şengün. One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Looking at the start of Şengün's career, here's a guy who's really stepped up his game, has become a key player for them.
Payton finds Curry. A second chance effort, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Williams is checked in for Houston.
Number 19, Nate Williams.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Şengün. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Şengün's got 4 points in the quarter.
Şengün beat you with finesse and physicality.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They lost their last game on Tuesday.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 3. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Houston with a big group substitution here. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Jalen Green's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Williams. Now, here's Moody. No scoring in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Curry always finds a way. This time, inside.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
VanVleet passes to Şengün. And Thompson kicks to VanVleet. Pass to Brooks. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Here's Brooks. Here's Thompson. Butler with the steal. Moody the pass to Green. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. VanVleet passes to Thompson. To the paint. And it's Green missing.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty. And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now here's VanVleet. Hasn't made one yet. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The layup missed. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Shot by Podziemski, no good. It's trailed by 3. Thompson, high post. Pass to VanVleet. Smith sets the pick for VanVleet. Lets it go with a 3. Podziemski grabs the board. And Butler puts up a deep 3. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Warriors lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if we can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, so soft. Give it up for the participants.
Game 7 couldn't get any more exciting, and true to form, it's a tight battle for the Golden State Warriors.
Their season hanging in the balance. They've competed. It's still a long shot, but they might just pull this off.
Impressive effort, especially out here on the road.
Looking at the scenario for the Houston Rockets. It all comes down to a decisive Game 7. Guys, what's it going to take for them to close out this series?
You can't leave anything in the tank. Approach it like you're playing for your life, because in some ways you are.
And you can't get sloppy and waste a bunch of possessions. You got to keep that focus.
No question. Let's get it. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Curry. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. Green with a screen for Butler. Inside. And Green slams it in.
Look at how effectively Green uses his body, disrupting the defense with the screen and making some room for himself.
Green passes to Van Vliet. Şengün with a screen on Curry. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Thompson. And here is Van Vliet. Jacks up a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And for Van Vliet, most of his shot attempts come from beyond the arc.
Green with the ball. Now here's Hield. Outside Curry. Goes up on the wing. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Green. No good. That would have tied it. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. A 2-point game. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Curry's got 14 points.
That's not even a deep 3 for Curry. That's just pretty much his range at this point in his career.
Here's Şengün. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender, Porter.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early. The Rockets making a switch here. Eason's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Moses Moody. And that one misses. Warriors leading by 3. Butler with the ball. Now defended by Şengün. Back to Butler. It's over Van Vliet. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. 5 points in the game.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
On the wing, Green. Covered by Hield. And Jalen Green gets the 3.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, fans, it's Thanksgiving time. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. You're on the big screen.
Kuminga finds Green. Outside Butler. Floats it up for Kuminga. Yes! And the foul. That's on Jalen Green.
Able to complete the play, but he's showing some strength physically and mentally.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw tonight. Jock Landale's checked in for the Rockets. Smith comes in for Amen Thompson.
Guys like Buddy Hield, knockdown shooters, they are in high demand around the league.
Rockets trail by 5. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And here's Green outside. They get it back. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
The dime-dropping ability of Green. I love it when he looks for his teammates and gets them involved.
Now Podziemski. Scoreless thus far. Butler. And the rejection by Smith. Eason against Kuminga. Landale with the bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Here's Podziemski, covered by Van Vliet. And the Warriors miss again. Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% for the field.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Podziemski on the wing, covered by Van Vliet. Pass to Butler. Over Eason. With 1 on the clock, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors ahead, leading by just 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. The post-pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Curry. Pass to Kuminga. Back to Curry. A 3-ball. The Rockets pull it in. Whitmore with it. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What a fighter. Whitmore was determined to get that to go.
Houston making some changes. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Aaron Holiday.
Whitmore.
Here's Curry. Hield outside. Back to Curry. No good with the layup. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Thompson. A putback. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Warriors trail by 4. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. We've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And a slam by Moody.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And the Rockets with possession here. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Green. Pass to Thompson. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Şengün's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets. Van Vliet against Kerr. This one for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Van Vliet against Green. Van Vliet outside. Over Green. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Green dishes to Curry. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 4 to the inside. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. The Warriors pull it in. Green finds Butler. Back to Green. Stolen by Thompson. Outside, Green. Down low. Here's Şengün. And that one, good. Şengün's got 4 points now in the quarter.
We've seen more of this from Şengün lately, finding chances to make buckets.
Curry against Van Vliet. Curry on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
Here's Green. Takes it off the glass.
There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that shot.
Oh, here's Curry. Thompson with the rebound, and an intentional foul right there. foul. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Green up on top, guarded by Kerr. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Rockets, Dylan Brooks, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night. I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Now here's Curry. The tray. Moody's shot is off. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. Thrilling fashion, guys, taking round one in what certainly will go down. And guys, it's one of the most competitive series this year.
And you always love a game 7 and no disappointment here. And these guys are ready and excited for round 2. Maybe a bit tired, but the adrenaline is still pumping.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Alperen Sengun.